Sure. On Monday, a little after 11:30 in the morning, officers and EMS responded to a residence on Post Road. There they found Matthew McKinley Ellis, unresponsive and obviously deceased. So the investigation started from there.
We understand that alcohol may have been a contributing factor to his death. Tell me why you all believe that.
Some initial interviews of the persons on scene indicated they had been drinking that evening or the evening prior, and that alcohol may be a factor.
We're also told that he may have been at a fraternity function, or this may have been a hazing incident. Can you confirm that, and have there been any arrests?
I can't speak to hazing at this point. It's too early in the investigation. But yes, some of the individuals there at the residence indicated they had been at a fraternity party earlier prior.
Are we looking at potential suspects, or could there be arrests in this investigation?
Charges could range from furnishing alcohol to a minor, on the high end of possibly manslaughter. And those are the charges that we have to work with at this point, but it's really early in the investigation for us to make those kind of determinations.
Whose apartment was this? The initial press release said that he lived on campus. What do we know about this location where he's found these apartments?
4 of the individuals that lived there were fraternity members. I'm not certain if they're the same fraternity, but they did live at that residence, and he was spending the night there with them.
Can we confirm that he was a member of this fraternity, or was going to be?
This is what family tells us, and also the individuals on scene told us.
Is the Greek life kind of system a part of this investigation? When I talked to the university, they said that they are going to be at least investigating that aspect of this. Is that also kind of something that you guys will be looking at as well?
At this point, the University Police Department has reached out to us and offered their assistance. So again, very early, but they've offered their assistance in the investigation.
This is a tough situation. A 20-year-old, his life's cut short. What lesson, if there is any lesson, for people out there who may hear about this or see this story?
Anytime a young person dies, it's particularly tragic because they haven't lived a full life at this point. Alcohol plays a role in college life, and I would just ask for moderation in that respect, especially young adults making very adult decisions.
Any changes on the part of San Marcos PD? Are we looking at any specific businesses, or is everything on the table at this point?
It's hard to tell. You know, we're so early. We don't believe they were at any bars or restaurants at this point, and that any drinking took place at that residence or at the party.
So a private fraternity event is where we believe it was?
Yes.
Do you know if
a lot
that
of times when students, especially college students, when they're out drinking with their friends, if their friends are drunk or whatever and they fall asleep, they think like, oh, they'll just sleep it off. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that people could look for?
Well, obviously a pulse or heart rate, you know, breathing, those types of things. You know, check on your friends, check on them hourly if they've been drinking, that sort of thing. You had a question?
Yeah, well, I have a habit that's going for me. It'll come back to me.
Have we had any previous incidents with this specific fraternity or this young man?
Not to my knowledge. What else? Covered all of it?
Have you guys had anything, I mean, at least I don't remember reporting on something like this, but have you had something like this happen recently in the previous years, even close by, that you can recall, where a student has died from potentially alcohol related to a fraternity like that?
I've been running CID for a little over 3 years, and I don't recall any incidents like this. I can't speak to what the university has or functions that have happened on campus. But I'm not familiar with anything in the city.
Thank you.
You're welcome.